Hello everybody, my name is Tyler Faulkner. I work here at Green's Toyota here in Lexington. Today we are going to be going over the steering wheel controls on a 2020 TRD white Avalon. So if we take a look at the steering wheel here, there are various amounts of buttons on here that can be quite confusing. So this plus and minus arrow is actually going to be your media volume control. Okay, so we're going to take a look. I'm going to press this up and you're going to see on the media screen it's gonna go up and down, okay? And then this little circular pad with the OK thing in the middle, this is actually going to control your gauge cluster. Okay, so if you look at the gauge cluster back here, when I press right, it's gonna go right. It's gonna cycle through, press left. It's gonna cycle through. You can press up and down, and when you find something you want to select, you press OK. So here's your back button if you want to go back. If you select any screen and you want to get out of it, you press this back arrow and that's actually going to take you back. If you have your phone connected via Bluetooth and you get a phone call, this little phone button here will actually answer the phone call for you when you push it. And then you'll see right here, looks like a person's face with lines coming out. If you press this, this is actually your voice control. So if you have your phone hooked up to the car via Bluetooth, you can hit this button and say call mom or call whoever you need to call, and the vehicle will actually call for you. Now moving on to the other side of the steering wheel, you'll see a similar pad here, but this is actually for your cruise control. So whenever you get up to speed, you want to turn on your cruise control with this right button here. And you'll set it by pressing the set button, and you can, at this point, you can let off the throttle and you'll maintain your speed and following distance that you are going at. And if you want to go up or down in speed, you can adjust the speed by pressing these arrows, and each click will adjust the speed by 1 miles per hour per click. And to turn off the cruise control, you can either hit cancel, or you can press this cruise control button again. If you'll see this button here, this looks like a car with lines and it's like turning. This is actually your lane departure alert. So the car actually watches the lines on the street and kind of tries to keep you in the middle of the road. So you can actually hit this button and turn this feature off. Okay, and this button here, it looks like a car with lines coming out of it, of the front. This is actually your following distance on your cruise control. So whenever you set your cruise control, your car is going to want to maintain a following distance that you set. This button allows you to control how close to the vehicle you'd like to get before your vehicle actually slows down. So there are 3 modes: close, medium, and far away. If you decide that the cruise control slows down like too close to the vehicle in front of you, you can click this and it'll make it at medium distance, or you can click it again to make it at far distance. It's just your personal preference. And then we have a mode button here, and this actually changes the media screen. So whenever you hit mode once, it's actually going to turn on the radio. So you hit mode again, it's going to change to AM. And then I'm going to hit that mode button again. It's going to change to FM. I'm going to hit the mode again. It's going to go to Sirius XM radio, hit the mode again. And it's going to go back to AM radio, mode again, FM radio. So you get the point. This changes your media mode on the vehicle. And it's just a hands-free way of switching from, like, for example, switching from Bluetooth to your radio. So you don't have to manually go up here and press the screen to change it. So you'll see these arrows here. This is actually for changing tracks on your media that you're listening to. So if you're listening to Bluetooth and you're listening to some songs and you decide that you don't like the song that you're listening to, you can actually press this button, the one on the right, and it'll actually go to the next song for you. And to go back, you can press the left arrow and it'll go back to the previous song. I hope you guys found this information helpful for you guys out there that may have trouble or don't know exactly what all these buttons mean on this particular vehicle. Again, this is a 2020 Avalon. It's TRD edition. Yeah, and I hope everybody has a great rest of their day.